Okay, this is the outside of your 69 Corvette, 427, 435. Original chrome on the front bumper, a little tiny mark here, a little scratch from something through the years, who knows. Again, we're talking about a 55-year-old car, but look at the fitment of this guy. It's got both sides fit exactly perfect. The hoods, which usually don't fit worth a crap, this thing has a nice, and it's not even closed in the back, but it has a really nice fitment. The paint is exemplary. The Chevrolet never put paint on a car like this in that era. Someone's taken the care to fill in where the bonding strips go on the front fenders and the rear quarters. You can see it's completely done away with, so this car is just as nice and straight as can be. Gaps in the doors are usually not this good. This guy has a real nice fitment. Wiper door the same way. All the chrome around the window. The glass, all original glass. Side windows the same way. There's no scratches up and down from the guides on it. Interior shows to be actually a 14,000 mile car. It's not worn at all. If you just dusted 2 passes with some black dye, would take care of this. There's no folds or anything in the original leather interior. It does have a telescopic wheel. The wrong steering wheel, by the way, but it's a nice steering wheel. It does have a Hurst shifter in it. Your option, put a ball on it, leave the Hurst. That Hurst handle's worth a lot of money too, by the way. But you can cut that off if it's not bolted on and put a regular rabbit ear type shifter in it. You can get those. The pedals don't show anywhere at all. It shows to be a 14,000 mile car. Same as the carpeting, door panels, everything inside the car. Everything on this car shows. These are original rubbers on the doors. None of it's deteriorated past the point of being a real 14,000 mile car. Everything lines up as it should. Again, look at this. You just don't find this on Corvettes. They just don't fit that well. This one does. So Chevrolet must have taken the time to put this guy together correctly. Bumpers, original chrome in the back. You can see the Corvette lettering. Nothing's deteriorated. The lights themselves, plus the backup lights, which are correct for 69. All that is just the way it should be. Paint on the rear deck is flawless. Back window has no marks or scratches or anything from being out, and I don't even know this thing's ever been out. By the looks of it, the rubber is still nice and fresh. Like these usually show cracks. This one does not. Little mark on the top here where somebody tapped the edge of it. You can see there's a little tiny bit of a mark. You can brush touch this little edge. The steel you're just going to have to live with. Again, fitment. Look at the fitment on this guy. Really as nice as can be. Again, the leather, the carpeting starting to age a little bit, and as are the seat belts, showing 55 years of age. You know, the black dye is turning a little bit brown in spots. Just a nice car. This car shows itself to be a 55-year-old, 14,000 mile car. Aftermarket wheels, which are period correct. Somebody that had this back in 69 would have probably put these wheels on it as opposed to a rally wheel, which are now back in vogue again. Again, look at the fitment of this guy. Everywhere you look, everything fits as it should on this car. Everything. We're going to get under the engine compartment now, or in the engine compartment, and see what we can find there for you. Okay. Original padding underneath the very nose of it there. Original fan shroud. Fiberglass is still nice. Original radiator. Your inner fender panels, everything shows this to be a real 14,000 mile car. Obviously, non-original equipment valve pan covers. You'd want to replace those probably with a set of chrome ones, and they're pretty readily available. It does have the wrong plug wires on it. Should have stainless wrap plug wires for this car with a shield that goes over this center section, and a distributor, which is a Mallory distributor instead of a Delco, and it does not have a provision for tack drive. I think you can still buy them. I don't know that I'd change the distributor because you'll never see it once you put the shielding on. But I would go ahead and probably buy the tack drive assembly for that so that the tack would function for you. Correct air cleaner. correct carburetors, correct intake manifold. Numbers are very legible, and you can see it is a correct numbers. 427, 435 for 1969. You can see there's no damage anywhere ever to the front end of this. The cadmium plating on the headlight wiper actuators, the vacuum pots, is still just as fresh as could possibly be. And notice down in here the core support for the radiator, which is usually rusted and deteriorated on these cars. This is still like brand spanking new. It's a really, really good looking. And check this out. This is still the original tag from 1969 for your engine designation. So, I mean, put a shield on it, put a tack drive on it, put a set of chrome valve pan covers, and you have an original engine compartment. Of course, your decal that says 4.
We do have that surround that goes on there.
Oh, we do have the surround. This is a K&N air filter that goes in here. Of course, these came with foam around a metal grating that went in here. And if you chose to put it back to the original foam instead of the K&N, I'd stay with the K&N, but the original shield that goes around there that the foam is attached to is in the behind the seats. So everything on this car in the engine compartment is correct and shows wear for a 14,000 mile car. I mean, even the fender flaps on the inside, they've never been replaced. Those things are usually cracked all to hell, and this thing has absolutely no wear whatsoever on them. Everything shows to be good. Plug wires, shield, chrome pans, and your engine compartment's complete. It's a nice car, and it shows to be a 14,000 mile car that hasn't been tampered with. Now, you can go ahead and make this car into the next step above if you choose to do so, or leave the originality as it is. Again, you know, you have period correct wheels on it, which I guess they do have the original rally wheels that go with this car, which would be an 8" by 15. And of course, you could use the BFG tires that are on it, obviously, and put it back to more of an original look. Side pipes, again, era correct. Everybody in that era used hooker header side pipes. I mean, just a thing that you did. The good thing about this set, after hearing it, is the side pipes do have mufflers in them, so it's not that real ratty, raspy sound. It does have a nice, deep, throaty tone to it. It's just a really, really nice car. Apparently someone, just from listening to this, has replaced the solid lifter cam in this thing with a hydraulic cam that's probably, it sounds actually a little bit healthier than the solid lifter cam that came with it. I mean, it has a really nice look to it. It has a nice overlap. You can hear it in the camshaft, but it appears to be a hydraulic, or sounds to be a hydraulic as opposed to a solid lifter, which a lot of guys did, because then you don't have to go back and set lifters every 10, 20,000 miles. So it's something that someone has already taken care of, and it's certainly nothing that's going to deter from the performance of the vehicle. It's a nice 14,000 mile car. You should look at it a little closer. Okay. Okay, you know what? It does have a tack drive on it. It's on this side. I didn't see it. But the tack does function. So all you got to do is buy the correct plug wires and the shield and valve pan covers. And you can hear that it's a hydraulic cam motor. It's definitely not solid lifter cams. But it has a nice tone to it, a nice tone to it. That's not smoke, that's vapor. It's about 30 degrees here right now, so it's a little bit chilly. But you can hear it has a real nice tone to it. Real nice tone. It's a nice car. And it shows itself to be... Wait.
Tack does work in it.
Okay. Appears everything functions as it should. It's a nice car. I just knew the few things we talked about, the wheels, the valve pan covers, the shielding, plug wires,